get ahead, Mr Speaker, and I think that's going to be a positive thing and helps us steering on the way towards a brighter future that we really believe in. Thank you.
I call the Honourable Member Michael Woodhouse.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm delighted to take a call on the Tax Administration and Remedial Matters Bill, and as the newest member of the Finance and Expenditure Select Committee, I wasn't there on submissions, but I'm not going to be so hard as my colleague Mr Gilmore on the speech of the Honourable Shane Jones, because apart from his terrible quips on use of word tax, I think he actually had a very good point. Today and yesterday are very important days for tax policy, and I think I heard him say that experts will take a very close and judicious eye over Labour's tax policy, and they probably will. But, Mr Speaker, that judicious eye had already been cast over New Zealand's tax system at the end of Labour's term in 2008, when the Tax Working Group released its report and said that our tax system, which had previously been the least distortionary in the OECD in the late 80s and early 90s, had become incredibly distorted. And they made some recommendations that included not tinkering with GST, something that the good Dr Cullen was absolutely adamant shouldn't happen while he was Minister of Finance. And they also said that, yes, there are some things that can be done on, around capital gains, but that included things like the removal of depreciation and the 20% premium, all things that have been done by the national government since it came to power. So, Mr Speaker, I think that yesterday and today, actually, and I mention yesterday because of the oral question in question time asked by that very erudite National Member of Parliament from Dunedin of the Honourable Bill English about how fair our tax system is. And the answer was quite remarkable. We seem to have one of the most progressive tax systems in the Western world, where 17% of income taxpayers in this country pay 97% of the tax burden, and 43% of households in this country pay no effective tax because of the redistributive policies of working for families and other schemes. And that doesn't include those families who might also be drawing New Zealand superannuation. So here we have a clear separation in terms of tax policy, where we have a government that, through this bill and the previous legislation that we've passed, is unhooking itself from the very distortionary and punitive tax policies of the past and heading on a low-tax simplification process on the same day that the Labour Party announces a punitive, envious and frankly unworkable tax policy that its previous Minister of Finance said do not go there. Now, I was also mindful of Mr Parker's comments in respect of the removal of gift duty, because I find it quite fascinating but illuminating in respect of Labour's theoretical commitment to a gift duty in the face of the fact that it simply did not work. Its abolition will have no effect, no fiscal impact whatsoever. And I don't believe Mr Parker was dog-whistling to his tax lawyers and tax accountants around the country when he suggested that the sky was going to fall in if this bill was changed. But there are many who do, and who see the huge fees that lawyers earn in tax planning around trusts to avoid gift duty, that will be disappointed when this bill is passed. I certainly won't be one of them, Mr Speaker. I think it's a very, very good change, and I commend it.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. As many of that opinion will please say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. No. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. Clerk will please conduct the party vote.
56 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand. Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Could you please repeat that?
Sorry. 3 votes in favour.
Progressive.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 67, the noes are 53. The motion is agreed to. The question now is that the amendments recommended by the Finance and Expenditure Committee by majority be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. Clerk, please conduct a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
56 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 votes opposed.
Green Party.
9 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
5 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
4 votes in favour.
Progressive. United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote opposed.
Any other votes?
Thank you. Honourable members, the ayes are 66, the noes are 52. The amendment is agreed to. Now, just before I set the bill down for committee stage next sitting day, can I remind the member who has a cell phone switched on to please turn it off and refer to Speaker's Ruling 16(2). This is not a telephone chamber. The bill is now set down for committee stage next sitting day.
Taxation, Tax Administration, Remedial Matters Bill, second reading.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Chairman.